We'll continue now to the next movement within the form. Okay, let's begin. Ready? Wuji and shoulder level, elbow sink, palm sink, knee sink, relax, sink the chi. Shift left. Turn the waist, right foot palm. Now shift right, sink the chi. Transition, step like a cat. Stay down. Shift left, shift water, sink the chi. Relax. Now we will move on to our right side ward off transition, going into the sequence called grasping bird's tail. We're going to shift left, transition, sink the chi. Now, just relax this arm. In modern Tai Chi, they have created this to a simplified version to hold ball, which gave somebody something they could identify with in the transition. Traditionally, you're just, this arm is relaxed. It's not holding like this, okay? So as you transition, the arm is relaxed, but you're still open here. Pick up your right leg, step like a cat. So when you go to put down the heel, then put down the foot, this is the beginning of your ward off. In most Yang style, you will see people go from here to forward, ward off. Again, ward off actually doesn't begin with the weight in the front leg with this arm position. It is actually with the weight 70% still in this leg or more as you set down. So you're rooted in this leg in the ward off, beginning of the ward off technique. Okay? So, again, ward off is neutral. It's not forward. It's only forward in nature because the principle of Pong being like a ball. So when you're in this position, there's a roundness, right? So feel from this arm around your body, your back to this arm. There's a roundness. And so ward off is a neutral presence of expansiveness, defensive, expansive in the nature of fullness of Qi. So as you set down, ward off begins here. The weight is back. And then it moves forward, right? So when you move forward, see, you're shifting to the front leg, you're sinking the Qi, you're turning the palm. And remember to relax your back. Don't do this. Go forward, relax your back. Because you want your whole back into the hand. If you go here, you may have your waist and arm in your hand. But you don't have this whole part of your body in your hand. You want your back in your hand. So the whole body, the end of the wave, where the wave is, breaking, you want the energy of the body of water to transmit to the hand. So you're not trying to hold your back straight, okay? Because this part of your ward off is actually offensive. This is where you're moving in. So you don't want to go here and then here. You didn't have the whole body of water pressure in. So when you go in, your body is like this. Okay? So this motion represents actually a offensive energy also. There's a defensive aspect to this hand turning and an offensive aspect and defensive aspect. So this represents your ward off deflecting a strike here, and then this hand represents controlling the elbow of the person, his arm, and then this hand moving in. So you're actually your defense begins here, then the control begins here, and the strike is here. Okay, so when you do this, right, let's go from here. So from my left ward off, shift left, sink the Qi, right? So sink the Qi. So you see I haven't picked up the leg yet. So whenever we do this in Yang style, sometimes in the big frame form, you won't see a transition step. They'll go from here and then pick up the leg and go. But there's a practice within the middle frame Yang style where there's a transition step in between the technique. And it's designed to teach you to sink and root the Qi. It's very important. Again, your development within Tai Chi is based on how good your mindfulness, and many of the things within the practice of Yang style is really built around giving you many things to be mindful of, because that concentration and mindfulness is what contributes to the stillness of your mind. And the stillness of your mind is the foundation of Qi. Okay? So again, remember, the Tai Chi is not about just moving fluid. It's not. It's moving very mindful. Yes? Okay. So from our ward off, sink the Qi, relax your back. Transition. So watch this arm. See, you don't turn the hand. You kind of keep the hand this way, right? Because this also has a defensive. See that? So that becomes a low deflection with the back of the arm. See? Like that. Okay? So when you go from here, you go here, transition, sink the Qi, pick up, step like a cat. As you put down the heel, your arm is about here, right? About solar plex. Then as you put the foot down, your waist turns square, you will be in the ward off position. So that's the beginning of your ward off. Feel that. Because again, that's when if you learn Tai Chi push hands, you don't go forward in ward off when you begin push hands, right? You're back. That's the beginning of ward off. It's not a matter of you going forward with that. Being neutral and sensitive. Okay? Now from here, as I go forward, shift forward, drop the sacrum, sink the Qi, right? Relax your back. So then the position is here, right? So from here, ward up, go forward. See, as you go forward, your waist naturally turns, right? So you're just following that naturalness and sink the Qi. So when you sink the Qi, you're dropping your sacrum, relaxing your back, feeling into the heel and sole. Okay? So here we go. Ready? Wu Ji, shoulder level, elbow sink, palm sink, knee sink. Relax your back, sink the Qi. Now you're down, stay there. Shift left, pivot right foot, turn the palm, shift right, sink the Qi. Transition, step like a cat. Shift left, ward off, sink the Qi. Transition, shift left. Pick up, step like a cat, touch the heel, put the foot down, ward off position begins here. Shift forward, drop the sacrum as you shift, relax your back and sink the Qi. Okay? So you see, one of the problem is in modern time is that people want Tai Chi to look pretty and look good. And so sometimes they concentrate on that and concentrate on doing Tai Chi maybe for competing within a Tai Chi form competition. So then they strive to make their Tai Chi look pretty, look dazzling, or, but remember, Tai Chi is really, the foundation of it is for meditation to cultivate your spirit and Qi. So you don't want to do an external practice, you want to do an internal. Internal practice means you're letting go of yourself, letting go of your ego. That's the foundation for spirit. Cultivate your true nature, which is your spirit, and Qi. Okay? So that's why you will benefit if you learn to practice your Tai Chi correctly. Yes, and all Tai Chi practice, of course, is beneficial because of the mindfulness. But particularly if you practice the Yang style correctly, there's many more benefits, much more powerful as a meditation and a Qi cultivating practice. Okay?